Hi, it's Matthew. It's another Friday. This time I did not forget another update. It's been a few days. To be honest, nothing crazy happened. I've been literally just preparing my new outreach system, which is just being released by my mentor. You know how it is. So it's gonna be crazy. Probably by next week we could start cranking, and this is gonna be insane. I'm telling you guys. And apart from that, there's not really any updates. Oh, there is one. There is one cheeky update. So basically, I stopped all outreach for now, at least. Mainly because I'm waiting to prepare the whole system and start anew, and because I also learned a lot of things, especially through systems thinking. Right? I need to kind of learn how to think in systems and then actually get the right inputs, put the right process in place, get the outputs, and then use feedback to iterate on it, right? Because that's how you get good at outreach, right? It's not about methods or tactics, it's about systems, right? But what I wanted to say is that there has been a little update, just a little one. Remember that Ecom Millionaire I talked about a few, I think, months back? Well, he was gonna test the sales page, and he actually, I think, did, but apparently there were some troubles or something, I don't know. But he said he was gonna compensate me for my troubles. Yay. Now, I don't know how much he's gonna pay me. I expect at least $500, so that's amazing. I mean, yeah, I did this a while back. It was, I think, one sales page, but still, I mean, if it's a bag is a bag, right? And a win is a win. And apart from that, there's nothing really I can talk about except the fact that I'm getting better, like mindset wise. So I'm starting to realize how to actually think better. That's the first thing. I'm setting in place this new outreach system, which will just kill everyone and crush everyone in the market. And I'm gonna get all the crazy, awesome clients that pay me thousands of dollars per month. And the third thing is that this Ecom Millionaire is gonna now pay me, right? Which is awesome. I mean, never say no to money, right? Unless it's blood money or it's haram, right? And also, one more thing, I started reading the Bible, which I think is amazing. I'm not perfect, and I don't feel like I'm 100% devoted to it, but I'm gonna keep reading it every single day and stay consistent, so I can really get a step closer to God and make my life better overall, right? That's the whole point. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and one more point that I can touch on is that I was just thinking about this when I was in the gym. Like a year ago, the whole goal of your life is to improve year by year, right? And a year ago, I was, well, if I look at it back now, it was just crazy. I mean, back then it didn't seem crazy at all because it was just the normal life I had. But compared to now, it's just insane. It's crazy how much I changed in a year, and that's the whole point, right? Which is good, right? You want to change. But I'm aiming for more. So hopefully in another year, I will be even higher and making a ton of money. Much better mindset, much better network, much better relationships, much better health, everything, right? That's the whole goal. And a lesson I can extract for you guys from this is I know what to kind of teach you, is to learn how to think in systems. Because that's really kind of helping me like realize how the whole world works. Because everything is a system, right? Nature is a system, business is a system, and everything else, right? Even school is a system. Everything works in systems. And if you learn how to create these systems, then you can basically use them to get the output you want and then iterate on the outputs, on the feedback, until you get the desired output that you want. And the whole idea of a process is to save you time. So you crank up the volume of whatever you're doing, like outreach, right? Yeah, so you crank up the volume, the quality, and the speed. That's the whole point of a system. Because if you don't have a system, it's kind of like all over the place, and you don't really know what to do. So here's a simple formula I learned just today that will kind of summarize the whole idea of creating systems. You have an input, then you have a process, right? You input that process. You input. No, wait. Yes, you have an input. That goes into a process, and that process spits out an output. And based on that output, you basically use the feedback to iterate on the input. And that's a very simple explanation, I know, but imagine this like this. Let's say you're a golfer, right? Your input is to swing the golf club, right? And hit the small ball. I don't know any golf terms, sorry about that. You basically hit the ball, right? That's your input. Boom. The process is basically the ball flying through the sky and falling down on the, I think it's called the green, the place where you putt or pat. I don't know how you say it in golf terms, but yeah, that's basically the process. And the output is where that ball lands, right? So if it lands in the forest or in a lake, then your process is crap, right? But okay, sorry, no, that's a mistake, because it's not about the process, right? It's not about the process, because if that ball lands in a lake or a forest or in some sand, as opposed to on the green near the hole, then it's not the process that's the problem, right? This is where most people go wrong. It's not usually the sending process, even with outreach. When you send outreach, it's not the problem like sending the outreach, like the method or the tactic. That's the process, but that doesn't matter, right? The input matters. So it matters. Let's get back to the golf example. It really matters how you hit the ball, right? Do you hit it straight on, or do you hit it in a way so it rotates, right? So the inputs is what matters, right? And that's why the inputs, which is basically the first principles or foundations, even for outreach, are extremely important for your success and for your system, right? So if you get a bad output, it's always the input, easily. But that's what you use the feedback for. If the output is crap, then you use the feedback and come back to the input, change the input, right? Go through the process and you get an output. Okay, sorry, I'm just yapping here, but I'm just trying to teach you guys something I learned recently. And like I said, I want to make these videos at least a little bit valuable to you as well. And when I look back on this in a few years, it's gonna be crazy how far I've come. And in a few years, these videos will probably get a lot more traction than now. But the whole goal of making this is to kind of like document my process and kind of show you guys what it's like, right? Climbing up in the world. So yeah, that's it. Enough of me talking and yapping, just talking to myself, right? In my room alone. By the way, I love solitude. Solitude is amazing. And yeah, I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to upload this video, and yeah, see you guys next week.